Hello and welcome, each and every one of you. With you today is me, Daiga, multilinguistic international coach, therapist from DCTcentre, and also I'm true speaker, healer, energy worker, guide, mentor, co-creator, and galactic ambassador from Pleiadians. And with me today is two lovely ladies, Morganne Rayne, spiritual consultant, gratefully providing access to high dimension of being. Morganne is called healer of healers as a way to describe unique spiritual tools she shares. Morganne is here to serve those who seek great understanding of their sacred spiritual self, have the deep desire to integrate that consciousness in their 3D world. And with us again is Jeannie Rayne, licensed psychotherapist in state of Washington, working primarily with early childhood trauma, sexual abuse, and emotional neglect, helping clients empower themselves. Jeannie sees herself as lifetime student of growth. She continually takes classes to enhance her knowledge and skills. Please remember, if you are or your family, your friends is interested in personal therapy and healing, you can reach out to me, Morganne, or Jeannie for private sessions. All contact details are in description below the video. And if you like what you see, please like, share, and subscribe for my YouTube and Rumble channels. Hello, 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 lovely ladies.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you both?
I'm good.
Ditto.
We at least now have nice weather, even hot weather. So sunshine and hot.
Yep. It's definitely growing weather, that's for sure. Everything, my lilacs, my the mock orange, the peonies, the lilies. I mean, it's like all in full bloom right now. It's glorious. It's walking down I love walking down the pathway to get to my house. It's like this little brick pathway, and it's like I got all these gorgeous flowers dripping all over the place. Just like being in a fairyland. I love it.
Beautiful.
I'm very blessed. Very blessed.
Last week you shared with me your address. So I put in Google Maps and I walk around. I saw where you live. I have a little snoop around.
Oh, did you see my gardens? Can you see that?
You cannot see that so much. I more see greens around your house, and I was walking all this way to lake. You have beautiful lake.
Yep.
I was walking all the way to lake, and
and the forest. We got forest, and I sit where I am. I sit above the canopy of an apple orchard. So I look down on the top of the canopy of the apple orchard. And I watch the deer. It's so, I'm so blessed to be back here. I'm good at attracting beautiful places to be.
Without you at least have knowledge and had knowledge at that time when you started attract. How I managed to attract place where I am, I have no idea. How with all my not knowing anything about it, yeah, how I managed to attract something like where I live, that's beyond me.
That's
because I live in beautiful place like 5 minutes from sea.
Yeah, you're right by the sea, aren't you?
Yeah. I'm getting out of home. I crossing my it's like close, yeah, houses around, two level houses around, and car park for those houses, yeah. I'm crossing that, and straight away I see the sea. And then I cross beautiful field. There is football play people and put kites up and lots of other things and activities, yeah. And And that's that. I'm by the sea.
Wow. Yeah, you can sit out on Jeannie's deck and see Lake Washington. That's so glorious too. We all have this beauty attractor within us. Isn't
I
that?
all the time, every single day, I'm so grateful to God and Creator for actually giving me such a place where I can live.
Yeah. I think we dream at first, and think about it and like, picture ourselves in these places. And then it becomes it, I remember finding this house and first I thought about the house that I wanted. And I put in everything I wanted in the house, like the type of rooms and detached garage and everything, and a view of of water, and I looked for a year and a half, and I wanted to have a picture of my house because I thought I want to know how far I'm getting away from my vision when if to put an offer in, and so everything that I saw for a year and a half was just so not even close to it. Like I would be really compromising myself. And then finally, my realtor said, this house just went up, in my neighborhood, let's take a look at it. And I said, okay. And I walked in and I just walked in the front door and I said, this is it. This is the house I envisioned. It had everything I had envisioned. And I was amazed. I had all these little things that I wanted that I didn't think I would have, like I thought I had to compromise on, and I didn't, which is beautiful.
Yeah. It was lovely to take that journey with you because you did. You got exactly what you wanted, and it's I love going to your house. It's just so fun, It's so fun to sit out on your deck and eat and watch the sunset and
Yeah.
It's a different feel over here, right? I watched the deer.
Yeah.
I'll tell a great manifestation story, and manifesting is something we all do, right? We do it consciously or unconsciously. So, Daga, you said you don't know how you got there. Well, there's something inside of you that led you there, right? I had been invited to a new friend's home one time, and we were brainstorming for a new business called the Blessing Project, and her home was so beautiful, and the back of her property was all wetlands. So there was no human form back there, but there's a lot of birds and wildlife, and it was just beautiful. And I was sitting in her formal living room because she had two living rooms. We were in the formal living room, and I remember sitting in a chair, feeling just the luxury of that room, right? The beautiful wooden walls, the carpet, the view was so delicious, and I remember I had this really potent thought that came up, and it was like it was a whole body thought, and I thought, oh yes, this would be a lovely place to live. I could live here. And I mean, it was just a thought, right? About 3 months later, that lady called me and said, would you like to live in my home? I am going to purchase another home on some island, right? And we'd like to invite you to come and live in.
Wow. That's beautiful.
So now I'm living in a mansion. It's crazy, right? Well, I get there and it's lovely, and it's just too darn big. It's just like there's a lot of work and upkeep, and but it's just that whole. I aligned with the vision of that so much, as much like Jeannie had her vision for her place, but I like sitting there and being there. It's like, oh yeah, I could be here. Like that whole acceptance piece, right? And then watching all the dominoes fall into place for it to happen. And that's how easy manifestation is, right? If we don't do anything to block it, right?
Right.
Like if I would have been sitting there going, oh, and like got that affirmation and then argued with it, like, oh no, you can't live here. Are you still, like I could argue like this is a multi-million-dollar home. I could have argued myself out of that feeling, but I didn't. I just enjoyed the deliciousness of the feeling, and that's what remained. And it was very interesting, the whole thing. But that's how. I mean, I put manifestation to the test a lot. I don't know why, but it seems kind of like a fun thing to do. Um, mostly for parking my car. Yeah, just, like, we have this big box store I have to go into every once in a while called Costco here. I don't think you have them there, but they're the huge box. So you can buy anything your heart desires in these stores, food, clothes, medicine. I mean, it's just all there. And I don't like going to Costco. It's too big, too many people. Anyway, so one day I had to go. And I said, well, okay, if I have to go, then I want the best parking spot. And so I just kind of left it like that. It's kind of like the same way, oh, I could live here. Oh, yeah, that acceptance. Oh, if I have to go, then I want the best parking spot. So I go and I get in and I turn to where I know the best parking. I start to turn and I hear go straight. And I'm going, oh, crap. And now I'm moving out of my best parking spot. No, I went straight and then I was told to turn left and then take another left. And it's leading me back to where the best parking spots were. Well, as I am turning left, the person that's in the first parking spot by the door is pulling out. And I'm pulling in. I pull in. I just laugh and laugh and laugh because that's how it works. Just.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I was just going to say, if you turned right away into that, the person would have been there and you wouldn't know they were pulling out. So
that's right. I need to give them time to put their stuff in and pull out. Right.
Yeah.
So it's just the way it works. You align with the energy, you feel joy about it, and it's so easy.
Yeah, and for me, I visualize. I've had it happen many times in my life, and I visualize what it feels like to have it.
Oh yeah.
There was at Christmas time. I was working, but I knew that I need. On the middle of day, I have to go to shop. On the middle of day, going shopping is absolutely crazy at any time of day, yeah, any day, because on the middle of day is usually the most people in the shop, yeah. But at Christmas time, after 12 o'clock, I finish with my clients at 12 o'clock. Now I'm free, I can go. I went and I was like, that's okay. I anyway will park by the shop in a beautiful place. There is no problem whatsoever for me. I will find my place, yeah. And I get there, absolutely chock-a-blocked car park, and I have like, okay, let's go one round around there, yeah. Okay, I went one down, and as soon as I came back, one drove out of one parking space, which is literally, I have to just turn in and open the doors. And there is no going to be any other car by my side because there is driveway through next one, yeah?
That's beautiful.
And I even make pictures at the time how I managed to manifest in the middle of Christmas time, yeah, and my car is just parked like I just go out in empty field. Yeah.
Yep. I call that moving with grace and ease.
Yeah, and couple days ago was again on the middle of day I had to go out because that's how sort of, I don't know, I have few clients and then I have free time and then again I have clients and okay, I have to in the middle of day go again and get something. And again the same thing, just I know I will stop by the shop as close as I can to the shop with beautiful place. I know that. And I get there, and there was one parking space. The next one would be in a shop, yeah. There's you by the shop again. I can just draw in and open doors wide, so I can nicely get in and get out without problem. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Isn't that great? I love it. I love it. I had the question, a question popped up, and this is more for our listeners, I think, because I think we're pretty conscious manifestors here. But what stops you from your manifestations?
There is nobody could reply. Sorry, I jumped in, but straight away for me came up my mom, who I teach her to manifest.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and she knows how I'm doing. When she was here, I was with her manifesting. We getting out in rain and there is no rain. Yeah, we stopping car, everything the same. What I'm doing myself. Yeah, I was doing with her.
Uh-huh.
I knew this and know how I'm doing it, but she can't. No, I can't. For you, maybe it works. For me, it doesn't. Pendulum for you works. For me, doesn't. Yeah. So it's just no belief. I think if you do not believe in your power yourself, you cannot manifest.
Okay, so disbelief is one thing that keeps you.
Yeah.
Yeah. What else keeps us from manifesting?
Fear.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
What if we get it?
Better watch what you wish for. Right. So fear can keep us. It can block. Fear blocks us from everything.
Yeah.
One of the things that popped up in my mind, one of the biggest blocks to manifestation is wanting. Wanting. So when we want something, we want it, and we want it, and we want it. We're not sitting in, we already have it. We're not already sitting in the deliciousness of it's already done, right? We're in the wanting. And it's, for me, as I look at people and I've worked with people, it's that wanting or that needing, or, it's like, it's not in alignment with the thing. It's kind of like when I'm telling my stories and you ladies are telling your stories. We have a feeling of acceptance, and this is just the way it is, right? Right. But some people don't have that. So they want it. And so wanting is always putting it out there. You don't have it, so you're just going to want it. So it's so important to begin to line up your energy with the thing itself, not just want that thing out there. It's lining up your energy with it, getting into, oh, because I'm dreaming this up, it already exists, right? It's already an isness, and be excited about it and get in alignment and attune with it, right? But and the fear can come up in there too, right? The like, I won't get it, right? And that's usually why people just want, because they don't believe they can have, right? Does this make sense? This this whole strategy of wanting or needing always puts it outside of your grasp, because it's not an acceptance. It's just a wanting. It's like wishing.
Right.
wanting, all that, that's not in alignment with.
Right. And I think what helps you manifest it and not be in the wanting is daydreaming in already having it and what it feels like.
Yeah. Remember, I think, was it last week we talked about don't just sit there, do something?
Mm-hmm.
Remember that? A lot of times when I'd be just sitting there doing nothing, I wasn't doing nothing. I'm like creating a whole world. I've got visions. I've got a whole world I'm generating up there. Most people are, right? And when we're told to get up and do something, it stops that creative flow, just like that. Just like, oh, I gotta get out in the world, right? But that daydreaming that you're talking about it's a gift we have. It is absolutely a precious gift we have, and we must exercise it. And remember, I always say this about, unless you become as a little child, you cannot enter into the kingdom. A little kid, oh my God, they are so into creating in their minds, right? I mean, I'm with a 6-year-old all the time, but it's like watching these kids create their kingdoms and their queendoms and their worlds, and what they can do, what they have imagined they can do, what they what they form their beliefs. And it's so beautiful to be with a child who is got an active imagination, um, and isn't afraid to talk about it too, right? And has an extraordinary gift of enrolling people into the imagination with her. I'll speak for myself. And we get into these participations of these worlds she creates. Well, a lot of that, like for me, I'm an artist, right? I'm just drawing stuff and creating stuff that shows up in here, right? Sometimes it shows up in here. Sometimes I'll get this feeling like I just like, how do I get this down on? How do I take this and put this into a visible form, right? So I do it through color and shape and energy with the paint or whatever, right? So it's the capacity to take that inner world and come from that inner world into your outer world, not take the information from the outer world and bring it in, but to take the inner world in formation. I love that word, information. It's not about just stuff coming in, information. It's about information. What are we forming within us? So that's what contributes to our capacity to attract beautiful things or chaotic things or calamities or any of that, right? So yeah, I love where this conversation's going.
I remember when I was little, I was always daydreaming, and I loved it. It I used to create worlds, and I've seen them manifest in my life. So.
Yep.
Now I actually find even more I need this time at peace. I need this time to manifest first in my mind what I want, how I see, how I vision next step or next project, what I'm doing. I need this time to manifest it, and only then I'm ready to go by the computer and start creating something.
Mm-hmm. I remember the day that Wisdom Sanctuary first showed up for me. It was like this flash from the other side, right? It was like in my world, I could not have ever dreamt that up, right? But this image from the other side came and got me. and got my imagination, and it got my heart, and it got my energy, and it got my curiosity. It got the vision, got me, right? And as I lean into that vision, as I accept that vision, as I be in that vision, things around the vision begin to manifest. It's like, a plant, it begins to grow. If I'd have said no to Wisdom Sanctuary, I'd have lost all that beautiful connection to that other side that was showing me something so beautiful and so amazing, and concepts for humanity that are so beautiful, right? Well, the thing is, that still exists in the ethers, all of that. Someone else will grab that vision and say yes to it, right? So know that those visions exist out there. It'll come past you. You can either say yes or say no. So me saying yes to it meant I agreed to it. I agreed to that vision being born and made manifest through me. So it's interesting. Like, where do these ideas and dreams and visions come from? But that one got me. It enrolled me. It pulled me in, and it pulled in my commitment to it, my willingness to speak about it. Yeah, it's when a vision has you, that's something.
Yeah.
I started from something very small. Ages ago I knew I want some kind of center for people where they can do really everything in one place. Yeah, good things in one place. And slowly, when I start learning what I've been learning, and all this Reiki healing and everything, it just make form that it's not going to be just some kind of center for everybody to go, but it has to be something to do with healing, and came up with this DCT center healing. Yeah, it's just it's came to it and it's built on it. And even before, if I had like to start with, I had this intention. I give healing in evening, so put intention for night. Everybody who needs my help, gets my help, gets this healing energy, so on. Yeah. At start with, it was like randomly I put in some beautiful cocoons, people where to actually sleep and get healing. But now I actually invite into my healing center. I see this healing center room with all these med beds in it. Yeah, I see them. I every time I'm visiting them, I'm visiting my healing center. I am there.
Yep.
Most of the time.
Yep. And you just remind me too that we don't just live in this dimension, right?
I think I now less and less just pop in third dimension.
Right?
When patients coming, yeah.
Yep.
When patients coming, then okay, I love my energy now. I get here, but other times I'm up there.
Exactly. While we've been talking, I was told to pull a couple of cards. So, me, I'm going to follow guidance. And I got to show you what I got. Okay. And it's all around this conversation. So the first card I got was
stay there.
Guidance.
Guidance.
Oh, cool.
Oh, it's beautiful card.
Isn't that a beautiful card?
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
So I see, okay, so I see that angelic figure, but I see over here, do you see that little person right there?
Oh, yeah.
All right.
It's
So
like, I think it's like one person, really. That's what's happening with us. We are the one person. One is there in 5D and higher, and another person is in 3D still there.
yep. So there's guidance. And then the other one I got is
The source. Wow.
so I'm gonna see what guidance had to say about it. And that's something I heard. Pull cards. Okay. So I got guidance first. So and I think that's what we've been talking about is we get guidance.
Right.
In visions, in thoughts that come. Okay, guidance. Okay. The angelic figure with the rainbow colored wings on this card represents the guide that each of us carries within. Like the second figure in the background, we may sometimes be a little reluctant to trust this guide when it comes to us because we are so accustomed to taking our cues from the outside rather than from the inside. I love this. The truth of your own deepest being is trying to show you where to go right now. And when this card appears, it means you can trust the inner guidance you are being given. It speaks in whispers, and sometimes we can hesitate, not knowing if we have understood rightly. But the indications are clear. In following the inner guide, you will feel more whole, more integrated, as if you are moving outwards from the very center of your being. If you go with it, this beam of light will carry you exactly where you need to go. You have to look for guidance because you don't know your inner guide is hidden inside you. You have to find the inner guide, and that's what I call your witness. That's what I call your Dharma. That's what I call your intrinsic Buddha. You have to awaken that Buddha, and your life will shower blessings, benediction. Your life would become so radiant with good, with godliness, more than you can possibly conceive. It's almost like light. The room is dark, just bring light in. Even a small candle will do, and the whole darkness disappears. And once you have a candle, you know where the door is. You don't have to think about it. Where's the door? Only blind people think about where the door is. People who have eyes and the light is there, they don't think. Have you ever thought, where's the door? You simply get up and go out. You never give a simple thought to where the door is. You don't start groping for the door or hitting your head against the wall. You simply see it. And there's not even a flicker of thought. You simply go out.
That's beautiful.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And I think that's, we started out with this very conversation, right? This is what we're talking about. I got a little bit weepy, so excuse me. I'm going to go to source now. Let's just go to source. Okay, source. Find out where it is. Where's source? Where's God? Where's source?
Very important. That reminds me what you've been telling about this fish, yeah?
Yeah.
Live in water and not in water.
Where's the source? Where's the source? Okay. Ooh, Ace of Fire, 98. Okay. Okay. So first we got guidance. And now we got source. Okay. When we speak of being grounded or centered, it is this source we are talking about. When we begin a creative project, it is this source that we are tuned into. This card reminds us that there is a vast reservoir of energy available to us, and that we tap into it not by thinking and planning, but by being grounded, centered, and silent enough to be in contact with the source. It's within each of us, like a personal individual sun giving us life and nourishment, pure energy, pulsating, available. It is ready to give us anything we need to accomplish something, and ready to welcome us back home when we want to rest. So, whether you're beginning something new and need inspiration right now, or you've just finished something and want to rest, go to the source. It's always waiting for you, and you don't even have to step out of your house to find it. Zen asks you to come out of the head and go to the basic source. It is not that Zen is not aware of the uses of energy in the head, but if all the energy is used in the head, you will never become aware of your eternity. You will never know as an experience what it is to be one with the whole. When the energy is just at the center, pulsating, when it is not moving anywhere, neither in the head nor in the heart, but it is at the very source from where the heart takes it, the head takes it, pulsating at the very source, that is the very meaning of Zazen. Zazen means just sitting at the very source, not moving anywhere. A tremendous force arises, a transformation of energy into light and love, into greater life, into compassion, into creativity. It can take many forms, but first you have to learn how to be at the source. Then the source will decide where your potential is. You can relax at the source, and it will take you to your very potential.
That's what you were talking about in the beginning, Dega.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I got goosebumps everywhere.
Yeah.
Almost no words, just.
It's actually summarized everything what we've been talking about.
Yeah.
Those two cards give sort of summary.
That's the amazing part about picking those two cards.
I know. and those two, when I was shuffling them, they popped out. They popped out stuck together. Mm-hmm. I go, oh, yeah, well, there you go.
Yeah, and this week from Galactics, I have the similar message, really, to get in yourself, just connect with the source, connect with your highest self, rest, and trust in everything will play out just how it's supposed to.
Yep.
For benefits of all.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. As we're talking here, the energy is what's happening in our world right now is just flashed across my screen here. In our president, Donald Trump, over in the Middle East, working with peace agreements. I think about in time where we've gone over to the Middle East and bombed the hell out of them, ruined their economies, to what end? You know, we don't know what
Right.
what people are thinking about, right? Control and power and all of that. And here's this man who has been promoting peace. He started with the Abrahamic Accords a few years ago, and went to the Middle East and began to bring this vision that he had of uniting the Middle East, who has been at war with each other forever, right? But he has a vision of uniting that whole area. And there he is, you know, over there with these magnificent people. There's no talk of so he talks to them about put your guns away, put the artillery away, put the nuclear weapons. We don't need that, right? It's just like bringing these ideas of we don't need to fight one another. Let's bring us together. Bring your visions, bring your dreams. The Crown Prince wrote something that was really beautiful. Don't come to us with your anger. Come to us with your visions. Come to us with your. I should have pulled it up. It was so beautiful about. Bring us your visions for peace and prosperity for all. It's like we haven't heard that language in the political realm. I've never heard that language in the closest I can get to it is Martin Luther King's speech, "I have a dream," right? That to me, how long ago was that? That was almost 60 years ago. That vision of that human came out. To begin to see the vision, I mean, I listen to what the visions are within the language now is prosperity for every human, for every human, right? Every human, not just these humans over here. No, every human has everything they need. Now, when was the last time we ever had that kind of vision? I love it. You know, it's like there's a big vision happening on our planet right now. And I've been in this vision of peace for a long time you know, first creating the peace within me. That's a whole vision too, right? And then watching it. So the visions that we get from our guidance and from source, right? We got to get in touch with this to get to this, right? Although this is always there. We just need a little help getting there. I think about what visions are being instilled in these minds and these hearts and coming out through the language, through the frequency of the words, the tones of the words. That is bringing much joy and much hope to people who have not had hope or joy for a very long time. So I see things playing out where things seemed impossible. What else is possible? If peace is possible, what else is possible, right? Prosperity for everyone. No one wants for any. So you think about, we were talking about what blocks your manifestation earlier, right? And Jeannie said fear, right? And I said wanting. And Dega, you said, what'd you say?
Not believing.
Not believing, right. So if we have lived in a culture where we have lived in fear, we've had our beliefs taken from us, we've had our dreams taken from us, we live in, we always want, but we don't have, right? That creates those energies, those things create people who go out and live from that fear, live from that. And that's where we get people who steal from one another, people who, because they don't have it themselves, right? So they take it from one another, which is not manifestation, by the way. Jeannie, you look like you want to say something, and I want to capture that.
I was just thinking, when, it's that wanting to steal is all about anger, violence, and it's not living from source. And it would be beautiful to have, peace and no wars. I've never understood war. I've never understood. It seemed like a bunch of children playing with guns. It just doesn't make sense to me.
No, it doesn't.
We're taught as children to communicate and to talk things out, and yet leaders of our countries are going to war, and it just doesn't make sense.
Yep. Yeah, but now they're talking peace. Now
Right.
they're talking, let's lay it down. Now they're talking,
It's about time.
I know. So my heart is so full because, when you see a dream that you have, see this, for me, this is bigger, way bigger than Wisdom Sanctuary, right? Wisdom Sanctuary is a little blip over here, but this having peace, this movement in peace, in areas where peace was not, peace can grow. And it's just like any human too, right? If there is within you no peace, peace can grow there. But you have to want peace to grow there. You have to make a decision to create peace there by doing peaceful things, bringing in peaceful thoughts, asking for your guidance.
Right. If we want peace in the world, we have to have peace within ourselves first. We can't expect to have peace in the world if we're angry and violent.
No, because all we'll see is angry and violence.
Right. Right. And our frequency is putting that out in the world.
Yes.
But I think you say your project is very small comparing what's happening, yeah? But I think our project is the next step. We are already one step forwards. We are getting ready and prepared for all those people who has to catch up after this impact, yeah? That all their lives is completely changing now. Yeah, if I be CEO of some huge company and now I'm just somebody from rest of people, it's huge mind game. I think it's and treat everybody the same, not that you are higher or you are lower.
Right.
We are our healing center and visionary century, yeah. It's future. We need
It is.
heal.
You're right. It's what's becoming, right? And because we said yes to it, we held the vision for that, and that's what it is. It's holding the vision, right? Man, when I first got this, I'm like, yeah, bring it on, right? Oh no, your job is to hold the vision. And so I committed to that, right? Someone's been holding that vision of peace. There's a lot of somebodies that have been holding that vision of peace, right? And how you can't bomb it out of people. You can't steal from them. It's just like the old strategies of humanity are finally giving up the ghost.
And that's manipulation. That's everything. It's about people coming from their authentic true self and speaking from that and not manipulation, coercion, all that stuff.
Yeah, but somewhere they need to learn how to be different. Somewhere they have to go and learn that. Because there will be many people who have no idea how to live without it.
But they say that that even if you're not talking to anybody, but you're living your truth, then you are a way shower for another person.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's because you sending out your frequency. You are like a beacon. Your soul sending out frequency.
Right.
And if you are in a positive frequency, then you even a little bit positive, you are already changing negativity of 75,000 people.
That's right.
I read this one, and for me, it was such eye opener when I read this. Yeah.
Yep. We're transmitters.
Yeah.
We are transmitters, and we can be transmitting funkiness, or we can be transmitting joy. We can be transmitting negativity. We can be transmitting positivity. What else is possible? We get to choose, right? So yeah. And I know it's like at the end of the, I want to do just a really quick meditation because we're at the end and I don't have a lot of time to hang out today. So could we go ahead and just do that? Because I think we got our time is almost over.
I know.
Jeannie, do you want to say something before we do that?
No, I'm good.
Okay. All right, everyone. I just want to take this time because it's like, how do I get to my guidance? How do I get to source? All right, let's do that. Let's everybody just have the intention first. Let's just make the intention. I'm going to meet my guide. I'm going home to source. Take a breath in. And let that breath out. And invite you to take a vacation from your life for just a moment. Just let go of everything that you think is important, everything that you've got to do. Just for a moment, we're going to let all of that go. And allow yourself to just, in that letting go, you're bringing your energy back into you unattached. So take a breath and bring your energy all back to you. And take a breath and relax in what it feels like to just bring you back to you, unattached to the things you have to do, unattached to the world. Take this sacred time to bring your awareness within you. Follow your breath. And then let that breath go, continuing to relax. We can begin in the heart, as it is a good place, and that is where we can meet our guide. And we can simply say, I am here. I am here. Take a breath in. And perhaps already your guide has shown up for you. Perhaps you need to spend a little more time unplugging from the world, unplugging from your commitments, unplugging from the to-dos, to just bring your energy within yourself. Move into your heart. Meet that guide, your highest self, that can assist you. just by the asking. And I invite everyone to develop a relationship with your guide by asking the question, show me, help me, lift me up, guide me, help me open. Begin to develop that presence within you. I am here. I am here. And so is your guide. That guidance is right there, just waiting for you to say, I am here. Show me. Take a breath in. And if your guide has not shown up, just continue to stay in your heart, being present to I am here, unattached, I am here. And those that have and know their guide, feel the presence of that guidance within them. Ask your guide now. Ask your guide to take you home. And just breathe into it. Open up to the vastness of source energy. That's home. Your pure connection. Your pure connection to the power and the presence and the life that is God. That vastness with no words. That vastness, just pure unconditional love. That vastness that is just peace. Allow yourself to go home to source, to the source of your being, the source of your life, the source of your breath, the source of your existence, the source of all that is. Take a breath in, breathe in source. Breathe out and just relax into that vastness of being. And know that that is in existence within you always. Always, just your attention needs to move toward it. Ask your guide to lead you there if you cannot connect on your own. Use your guide in your world every day. Guide me, show me, help me. This is your helper in this world. Again, your attention on your heart. Thanking your guide for being present. If you don't sense and feel that guide, still be grateful for your guide is present there. Suspend all disbelief. Move into the arena of gratitude. Gratitude for the guidance. Gratitude for remembering the source of all that is. Gratitude for the connection. Gratitude to know I am one with the source. And so as we bring this time to a close together, I invite everyone to continue to develop your relationship with your guidance, that higher self of you. I invite you to continue to move into source energy, God frequency, so that the codes within you can be unlocked, the codes of love and peace, prosperity and joy and goodness. I invite you on this journey with us through your guidance, with your guidance, to delve deep into source. Breath in. Bring it all back to your physical body. It's all inside of you, housed beautifully, sacredly within you. Even in this body, source is active, your guidance is active, your human self is on board, guided, sourced, loved. So good. And so it is.
I don't know about you, but I didn't want to come back. When you speaking the last bit, I already try to come back, and when you saying, and so it is, yeah, I try to already come back to start, go back on the show, but today you say, so it is, and I was in nice place. I didn't want to come back from anywhere, and then, oh my God, so it is, okay.
You don't have to come back. It's always there.
Yes, but I have to speak, and I thought that I couldn't speak.
Oh, goodness.
Jeannie, is there something what you want to say?
No, thank you, beautiful women, and all that are listening to us. Thanks. I'm so grateful for this, to be here.
Thank you, Morganne. Jeannie, thank you for this beautiful show again. And thank you, everybody who is watching now and who will be watching. Thank you very much. Please, if you like this show, like, share, subscribe to my YouTube and Rumble channel so we can reach more and more people. And if everything stars align all right, then next week, same time, we will be back. So have a great week and God bless.